Hi YouTube, you just caught me taking a break. Hello! So, this is Papa KeeVS, and yung topic for this video is very different from yung mga previous videos ko. Technically kasi, the past videos mostly had tech-related topics like crypto or yung PC build ko or yung mga key peripherals like keyboard, cable management. So, very tech-related. Pero nabanggit ko naman nung first video ko, most or all of my videos would revolve around yung mga interest ko, hobbies ko, stuff like that. You can check on that video, though yung quality of that video is not saying na maganda na ang quality ng videos ko ngayon, pero compared to that, I mean, exponentially better na siya. So, if napansin nyo, nung mga previous videos ko, lalo na before ako nag-rearrange ng area ko, meron akong small comic book collection. Most of it, Marvel, may konting DC, sprinkling of DC, and meron ako yung collection ko ng Trese, which I currently have 6 of the 7 books. Yung mainline na story, 6 out of the 7 books. And then meron ako ng 1 out of the 3 side stories na books. So, medyo pinokollect ko talaga siya. Yung 7 kasi hindi ko pa nakalipat kami sa province nung lumabas yung 7. So, ang hirap niya nang hanapin dito. Back to the topic. If you're not aware, by June 11th, Trese will be having a Netflix animated series. And if you're not familiar with Trese, Trese is a 100% Filipino-made comic series authored by Budget Tan, and the art is by Kajo Baldissimo and distributed distributed by Visprint Inc. And it has been in circulation or publication since 2005. With that being case, naisip ko na just to do a spotlight video on Trese kasi nga lalabas yung Netflix series niya. And kasi feeling ko rin, malaki yung possible impact niya if ever maging successful yung Netflix series for the Philippine comic industry. I think, may representation naman tayo with the comic industry globally as a whole. Like, si Will Spartacio, who is a artist that has worked with DC, Marvel, and Wetworks. And marami pang iba. Si Will Spartacio lang yung parang pinaka-well-known as of the moment. Tapos, meron din naman tayong mga Filipino superheroes sa Marvel and DC. I think more or Marvel ang familiar ako. DC, not really. First, si Bishop. Bishop was supposedly Filipino. Kasi una, nag-conceptualize sa kanya si Will Spartacio. So, kaya gusto niyang gawing Filipino. Though, nagkaroon ng pushback yung Marvel management and they had to change him to African-American. Pero, in spirit, the idea is he was supposed to be a Filipino. Pero, recently, nagkaroon na ng parang talagang explicitly na Filipino superhero. That's Wave. Yung name niya is Pearl Pangan, and she is from the Visayas area. So, as in explicitly talaga galing siya sa Pilipinas. So, yun. So, may representation naman tayo. Kaso wala tayo yung buong comic talaga na Filipino, 100% Filipino. Like, again, author, artist, publication, Filipino comics talaga. So, kaya feeling ko the success of Trese, the Netflix series, will not only be big for Trese itself, but for the Philippine comic industry. Kasi yung series will be dubbed in English, Tagalog, and Japanese. So that might actually open up Trese to a global audience, be it Japanese or English speaking, so majority of the world. Tapos, it might also show Netflix and other companies na there is untapped potential in uh, Philippine comics as a story basis for series, movies, the like. So, baka malay natin, it might lead to a Kiko Machine series, Pugad Baboy movie, or if you're familiar with it, so kung mas bata kayo sa akin, I doubt it, the Combatron Cinematic Universe. I'll post the picture of Combatron here, somewhere. Yon. Disclaimer, this is coming from a fan. Hindi ito parang unbiased review. I just really want other people na hindi pa aware sa Trese to be aware. I want to share something that I really like to other people. Yun, ganun lang naman siya. So, just to give you a spoiler-free description of Trese, it's basically, if you're familiar with it, the show Supernatural with Sam and Dean in the Philippine setting. So, using Philippine supernatural beings instead of yung mga more general types na ginagamit na supernatural. Like, instead of tulpas, wendigos, trickster gods, Trese uses aswangs, nuno sa punso, tikbalangs, mga ganun. It follows yung adventures ni Alexandra Trese, who acts as the go-to person for the police of, ang sabi nila Manila lang, pero pagka binasa mo yung story, parang it's the National Capital Region. So, pag meron sila mga cases that technically are too weird for them. So, supernatural cases. I think yung pinakamaganda na description nun is yung press release na ginawa nila for Trese nung ilalabas siya. So, sabi kasi nun, parang, when the sun sets in the city of Manila, don't you dare make a wrong turn and end up in a dimly lit side of the metro, where aswang run the most wanted kidnapping rings, where capre are the kingpins of crime, and encantos slip through the cracks and steal your most precious possessions. When crime takes a turn for the weird, the police call Alexandra Trese. I mean, if I was the one na nagbasa ng blurb na yon, for sure, my interest would be piqued. Pero, again, sobrang subjective na. Kasi I do like supernatural stuff. As in, mahilig talaga ako sa mga ganong types of, I watch Ghost Adventures, if you're familiar with it. Yung world building ni Budget, it's very good kasi he uses real places like Katipunan, Manila Bay, or Robinson's Galleria to be more specific. It feels familiar agad, so hindi ka lost pagka binabasa mo siya. Tapos, kaya rin niyang i-replicate yung feel or yung ambience ng mga lugar na yun. Like, siksikan sa MRT station or yung yung mga bahain na village sa Manila. Yung mga ganong setting. Doon lumalabas yung world building niya. Tapos, with regards to yung supernatural aspect, kita mo yung, may attention to detail. And it's very parang rooted talaga siya dun sa parang technically beliefs, local beliefs natin. Kasi, more or less yung mga descriptions niya for the supernatural beings like aswang, nuno, tekbalang, shokoy, are the same dun sa mga pinikwento sa'yo nung mga either yung grandparents mo, yung parents mo, or yung mga barkada mo pag nagpipwentuhan kayo. Not sure sa iba dyan, pero ako kasi, nung bata ako, kinikwentuhan ako lagi ng lolo ko about yung supposedly supernatural encounters or experiences niya nung bata siya. Like, meron daw white lady sa kanto ng bahay namin, meron daw, meron daw siyang hinabol na bolang apoy kasi sabi daw pag nahuli mo yun, may treasure daw sa dulo, parang technically, parang rainbow leprechaun thingy. Tapos yun, yung mga ganun-ganun. Tapos funnily enough, nung binasa ko si Trese, most of yung mga descriptions na ginagamit ng lolo ko, nung pinipwentuhan niya ako, parang na-transfer siya dun sa Trese mismo kung how they describe yung mga supernatural beings dun sa book na yun. Though may mga twists na konti trying to make it more modern, yung basis, yung backbone, yung foundation nung supernatural world niya is still rooted, feeling ko, dun sa mga pinagkwekwentuhan nung in the past. Mga ganun. So again, it breeds familiarity. So tapos yung art naman ni Kadjo, very simple lang kasi black and white lang siya, pero ramdam mo yung yung pace, yung action nung mga scenes kasi very dynamic. Kahit na black and white lang siya, very dynamic yung art ni Kadjo. Especially pag nakita niyo yung mga parang action scenes ni Trese. As in, kitang-kita mo talaga yung parang ang dami nangyayari, and you're able to follow the flow. So, yun. So, again, in my non-expert opinion, Trese is, I think, one of the best na that the Philippine comic industry can offer. It also boosted yung interest ko sa tawag dito sa Philippine comics in general. Kasi after kong nabasa si Trese, I tried to look for other books that tackled parang other books na with Filipino authors, Filipino artists that focused on Philippine mythology and Philippine supernatural, parang the Philippine supernatural world. Tapos, it actually pointed me to the direction of this one, kita ba? The Mythology Plus by Arnold Are. So, ang nangyari kasi, so basically, naging gateway drug ko si Trese into yung PH comics in general. Kasi technically, very limited yung exposure ko sa Filipino comics. Kasi it's more parang it's limited to yung mga comedies like Pugad Baboy and Kiko Machine. So yun, at least after this, nag-expand yung parang view ko with the Philippine comic industry or the Philippine comics in general. Ayun, so with the Netflix series coming, na-feel ko lang na I wanted to give a spotlight to the source material, which is yung comics mismo. And para if ever you're into if you're into comics or Philippine mythology or supernatural stuff, you might want to check out the comics sa akin naman. And hopefully, support for the Netflix series is good since this won't just, again, I feel that this just won't be good for Trese, but it will also be a boost to the Philippine comic industry in general. So, yun lang. Again, this is hindi siya yung hindi talaga to yung parang review video for Trese or an in-depth discussion about Trese. It's more of yung I have something that I like and I want to share with other people para mapag-usapan natin. If this is something that's interesting to you, I highly suggest checking it out. Try to find, actually mahirap kasing hanapin yung mga books niya. Kaya actually hindi ko pa rin nakukompleto yung collection ko kasi hindi ko pa rin mahanap, lalo na dito sa province, yung 7th book. And then, siguro if you're watching this already on or after June 11, you might want to check out you might want to check out the Netflix series itself para makita niyo a gist of what's happening. Though, siguro baka I might check or parang give my impressions on the whole series na in the future para at least continuation nito. So yun, hopefully this was a good video for you. Very outside of yung scope ng mga dating videos ko or yung mga naunang videos ko. Pero again, yun talaga yung ko ng yung channel ko is just to go into yung mga interest ko, yung mga hobbies ko. So yun, siguro I'll do more comic stuff in the future. Siguro yung Eternals, kasi meron din ako nung yung hardbound copy ng The Eternals by Neil Gaiman. So apparently sinusundan niya The Eternals sa lalabas, sinusundan niya yung story nung mismong comic. So yun, I might check that out or I might make a video about that in the future, pero we'll see. Pero yun, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you like the content, if you like what you watched, click like. If you dislike. Share the video. If you want to see yung mga past videos ko, click the subscribe button. And if you want to see my future videos or ma-notify kayo pag lumabas yung mga future videos ko, click the bell icon after you subscribe. And I think that's it. So yun, thank you for hanging out with me again. And hope you can chill with me again next week when the stay-at-home dad takes another break. Bye.